Rick, I got something for you.
Davey effing Deals, what's up?
The oldest samurai sword that you've had in the shop. The case and the paperwork.
It's all in Japanese?
Yeah, I couldn't read it.
Where'd you get this thing?
I took it in trade on a vehicle, which I hope I didn't hurt myself too bad.
Well, the paperwork looks awfully official.
It's like 1500 era.
Okay.
The guy was really old to traded it in, so.
How much you want for it?
18,000.
$18,000.
$18,000.
Do you know how to open this thing?
You gotta push a button of some sort with the...
Because usually they just slide out. I know the other ones I have up there do.
The pin, you have to push the pin out. The guy showed me, but I didn't really pay much attention.
You didn't pay much attention, but you gave him a lot of money for it.
Well, yeah. Not the brightest move, but...
Rocco.
Yes, sir.
How does this thing open? Typical Davey. He did a trade on this sword and had no idea anything about it. He should have had it checked out, especially when there's so much money on the line. Luckily, I have Rocco. He's like my best weapons guy at the store, and he specializes in swords.
Oh, boy.
So what is it?
It appears to be a samurai sword. To find out if it's real, I actually have to pull the handle off here. This is what matters right here. This is the name of the master here, Yoshisugu. And then it matches the signature here. Yep, he was a prominent sword maker from the late 1500s. Japan's metals were very limited, so they would pound and fold and make the strongest blades ever compared to the poured steel from medieval Europe. Yoshisugu is a master that's pretty well known. He made a really good sword.
What's it worth?
It's a $15,000 to $20,000 sword.
What do you think?
So I'll give you 10 grand for it.
Can you take it to an auction or something? Is there some way I can get $15,000 out of this? Come on.
Not for me. I mean, even if you bring it to an auction, you get 15 grand, they're still gonna take like 15, 20%. I mean, I'll go like 12 grand, man. It's...
Well, let's trade something.
What are you gonna trade for? You got all the tacky jewelry you need.
I know, I do have the tacky jewelry. I've been eye hustling your sand rail since you got it. Can we do something with the sand rail? And then I'll get a good fuzzy feeling like I didn't get burned on the sword.
I took in a 4-seater sandrail about a year ago. I paid a little over 18 grand for it, had the transmission rebuilt, and put hours and hours of fun into this thing. Let's go take a look at it.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
Okay.
You better have Rock put that thing back together before somebody gets cut.
All right, there it is, man. My buddy Davey is trying to sell me a really rare samurai sword. He wants 18 grand, but I'm not paying that much. Now he wants to try and trade it for my sandrail.
I love the cooler up in the front. Can you get it into reverse? Yeah, your son keeps reminding me about when you broke down, the tranny went out on it.
I had the tranny completely rebuilt. Right. So
Will it idle?
It's sort of idles, you know what I mean? It's got a big blower on it and everything else, so...
And it's built, right? So it's gonna bop, 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 bop.
Yeah, so when you cruise around, it's fine. It's in great shape. I've had it blasted. I've had it for over a year now.
Yeah. Should we start it?
Jump in.
All right.
I have a little over $20,000 invested in this thing. But I know when I fire this thing up, Davey is gonna give me anything I ask for it. Now that I have Davey hooked on this thing, I gotta make sure I get my money out of it. No matter how bad I want that sword.
Well, I definitely want to make a deal, so let's make it happen.
Okay, so give me the samurai sword and 10 grand.
Samurai sword, 3 grand. 15, 3, 8, that gives you 18 for this.
That's what I paid for it.
So you've had it for a year, you break even. I mean, we'll still have it.
No, I'm not in business to break even.
What do you mean? This is our deal, not
No, I know
money
it's
deal.
no, it's like 4 grand to get the tranny rebuilt.
So I'll go 5 G's. I'll split the half of the tranny with you. 5 grand samurai sword puts you at 20 G's.
No, I offered you 12 grand, so that makes me at 17 G's. I'm still losing money. So give me the samurai sword and 8 grand. That's like the best I could do.
All right, you got a deal.
All right, man.
All right, I
All right.
appreciate it. It'll stay in the family, you know that.
Okay, all right, let's do some paperwork, man.
All right. So I walked in here trying to get $18,000 cash in my pocket. I ended up giving them $8,000 cash out of my pocket. I don't know how they do this to me, but they do. I guess he is the better salesman.